why is my head cut off? I have a couple of secrets to share with you. Number one, I am lazy. I mean efficient. Today's video is going to be a lazy/efficient meal prep. Secret number two is that when it comes to eating your fruits and vegetables, you buy all of the produce, it's beautiful in the refrigerator. But when it comes time to actually eating it, if it's not already prepped and ready to go, you're much less likely to eat it. That is true with kids, that is true with adults. So today's lazy meal prep is going to be all about the produce, the fruits and veg, trying to get ahead in that moment when you're like, give me food right now, or I am going to throw a temper tantrum. So there's something healthy and ready to go at your fingertips. It's time to turn on the oven, get out the Instant Pot, pull out the air fryer, get a knife, and put all of these things together. I think you're going to like today's video and how easy it can be to put together like meal preps for lunches, breakfasts. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. So step number one, I like sweet potatoes. Almost no one else in my family does, but I really like them. When it comes to roasting them in the oven or cooking them in the air fryer, I feel like you need to add a little bit of oil to get it going. So today, instead of doing that, I will get out my large 8-quart Instant Pot and we're gonna do baked sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot and like pull out all of the flesh from the inside, because I find a baked sweet potato, you don't need to add that much other than maybe some salt. I have my Big Mama Jama. This is a Symphonio, which is the brand. I don't even know if they make this anymore. The company sent me one. In my opinion, this one is just like the Instant Pot brand. They're like the same, but this is an 8-quart. It is very large. And remember, I'm not keeping the peels here. I'm just eating the insides. These puppies are just gonna go in, man. I'm gonna do the whole bag. 6.5 pounds. 6.5 pounds of sweet potatoes. Oh my gosh, they fit. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm gonna ignore it. See, whole bag. In case you were wondering, 130 grams of sweet potato is 112 calories. There is 0 cholesterol, very little fat. 26 grams of carbs and 2 grams of protein. The great news is it has a crap ton of vitamin A, a good amount of potassium, and little smidgets of vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Who else always forgets to plug in their appliances? It cannot just be me, right? I am putting in several cups of water just so these don't burn. Let's say, I don't know, 3 to 4. Not too worried about the amount in there. Oh, before you put that on, just do a quick check to make sure the sealing ring is in all the way. We are good. Put it to seal back there. How long do you think these are gonna take? We're gonna go high pressure for 15 minutes. Actually, we're gonna go 20 minutes. There it goes. Next, I'm gonna cook up this ground turkey and fajita seasoning just to give it some flavor in my nonstick pan over here. And I see you oogling my beautiful Misen nonstick pan, and they are sponsoring today's video. Can you believe it? So you'll be seeing this pan more than just the one time, including some of their knives. Before you ask, I do indeed have a coupon code to save you some of those dollar bills. All you have to do is go to the link in my description, use the promo code FFM for 20% off of your first order, which makes this pan about $50 or so, and you will love this pan. It is so high quality. It can go in the oven. You can cook on high, and it has that little like heat protective part on the one side. I have been using Misen products, their knives and their pans, for over 6 months now. I am so impressed by the affordable, really high quality that they provide. I like their knives so much. I even went and bought myself a set of the steak knives just so I could have them in my house. But I have the nonstick pan, which I showed you before, and I'll be cooking with. I have the stainless skillet. I'll be cooking with that today as well. The chef knife, the paring knife, and a full set of 8 steak knives. I cannot recommend this enough. I think it would be a great gift for someone as well. I think Misen has done an awesome job at sticking to their mission of providing better tools that make better cooking experiences by offering premium tools sold at affordable prices. And one more time, if you want to get that 20% off, just go to the link in the description box, use the code FFM, and get 20% off of your first order of whatever Misen product you want. Huge thanks to Mizan for supporting my channel and partnering with me today, and let's get back to the meal prep. Getting my 2 pounds of ground turkey going over here. Never fear, you can purchase your own Mizan nonstick skillet. First link in the doobly-doo. And I'm gonna add in this fajita seasoning. I wanted to check the date. Look, 2020. That's like one of the closest I've ever gotten to, and we're using it up, so win for everyone. Sprinkle like this. I am gonna add some water as well once it gets a little more brown. We will roast some veggies. I have this like pre-washed, ready to go, so there's nothing I need to do to this except open the bag and dump it out. I thought I was gonna be able to fit way more on this sheet pan than this, but it is not looking that great. And I also have this head of cauliflower that I'm gonna chop up and put on here as well. So I guess this pan is gonna be all cauliflower. I don't know why I thought I was... You know, when it comes to roasting vegetables, I find that I always, is it underestimate or overestimate how much I have? Like, it takes up more room than I think it's going to. So is that overestimate or underestimate? And I end up needing more pans than I originally thought, because I also wanted to roast this cabbage. We're just gonna, I don't know, see how we go, I guess. This is so big. Like, it's like the size of my head. My veggies are cooking in the oven and the Instant Pot. I'm done with the ground turkey. I decided to move to kind of the rest of the veggies, and I'm gonna prep my breakfast packets today. This is something I have been eating almost every single morning for the last 2 weeks. Dave started it a few days ago. I've been using 2 servings of the hash browns O'Brien, which is only potatoes, onions, green peppers, bell peppers, and salt, and that is all. 2 servings of this is 120 calories, to which I have been adding an entire bell pepper and an entire zucchini. I scramble it all up together, and then I add 2 eggs at the end. It makes a huge bowl of food. I decided I would cut all my veggies right now and prep the containers, so in the morning, all I have to do is bloop, and it's faster and easier. I don't have to chop anything in the morning. I'm gonna use a food scale today to make sure my measurement on this is accurate. I kind of don't care about the bell pepper and zucchini because those are okay. Those are minimal in the amount of calories that they have, but potatoes can add up pretty quickly. I want to be accurate on my potato count. 85 grams is 1 serving, so that'd be 170 grams is 2 servings. Before everybody freaks out about the amount of carbs that I am putting in my breakfast every day, first of all, it's not really that many. Second of all, I am an active person. I work out between 1 to 2 hours every day, sometimes a little bit more than that. This is gonna be a big amount. Holy smokes. That is 2 servings. It looks kind of small on camera, but in real life, it's actually a lot. We're gonna go through a few of these. Ah! Oh my gosh, I almost did it right on like that first time. Go me. Who is she? Who is she with the eyeballing? When it comes to meal prepping for health or wanting to know what your macros are, like for me, I've been tracking my food so I know what ratio feels good in workouts. Do I feel gross on this amount of fat? Do I feel good on this amount of protein? Am I starving if my carbs are this low? And all of these things, because I am eating for performance, sport performance, more than anything else. I just want the data. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 helpings out of this bag and I'm about out, so I do need to go back. If you're meal prepping for calories, weight loss, sports performance, I highly recommend a food scale over any other way of tracking because it's so much more accurate than trying to go by measurements and food labels, which can be super misleading. I'm just gonna take all these bell peppers. This ended up being 4 bell peppers and I'm gonna divvy it between the 5 containers here so they're all even. You do whatever color bell pepper you like. You don't have to do this. Like if you like mushrooms, you can put mushrooms in it. You could do a ton more onions. I don't like mushrooms, so I don't like that personally. But as you can see, like this is ending up being a huge amount of food. I haven't even added the eggs yet because I do that the morning of. That's the whole meal prepped container. And then I add the 2 scrambled eggs on top. If you want to cut your fat, you could do egg whites. Although these days it feels like, you know, fat's okay. But who remembers the days when like fat was not cool? Do you remember that? Everything fat free. I remember that so well, like back in the 90s. This basically makes my super healthy breakfast take me literally minutes in the morning. And yeah, I'm putting these in the fridge so the potatoes are gonna thaw a little bit, which means they're gonna cook quicker. Everything about it is faster. Look at all that goodness. Up the rest of my proteins today. I got out 1 more extra pan, so I didn't have to take quite so long finishing these up. So I'm gonna cook my chicken breast in my Misen nonstick. I'm gonna cook my steak in my Misen stainless skillet. That is essentially all of the cooking part. And we can put all of our proteins and vegetables together into our meal prep containers. They're gonna be amazing. I seasoned my chicken and steak with this seasoning I got from Thrive Market. Here are my meal prep containers that I have. I measured out with the scale 150 grams of sweet potato for each of these. This is 5 ounces of steak, 5 ounces of chicken, and the ground turkey is 4 ounces cooked. And so now to fill all these out, I can add all of my roasted vegetables. So I have all the cauliflower that I had made earlier, all of the Brussels sprouts. It doesn't really matter at this point how you fill these up. Just do whichever vegetable you like. You could do, you know, maybe this one is just cauliflower. Perhaps this one's just Brussels sprouts. Or you can mix and match, you know, half cauliflower, half Brussels sprouts like this. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna finish filling up all of these. I do have this one extra one with 5 more ounces of chicken. This one's for Dave to have a ton of veggies and not the sweet potato. I know the sweet potato is gonna be hard for him to eat, but what I can tell you is that he's going to try it, and it should be a good source of carbs for his training. He's actually training for a 15-mile trail race right now. He needs that energy. Really gonna like this one. You ever get to that time of the day where you're like, I need a snack, but I can't think of anything that's maybe a good choice, and then I want that little sweet bit? I am going to meal prep my protein brownie in a bowl. You cook in the microwave for like 40 seconds. I'm mixing together all of the dry ingredients, and all I need to add is almond milk, and that's about it. I already measured out my 22 grams per serving of my chocolate fudge whey protein. This is the one I'm using. You don't have to use this one. You can use whatever one you want, but you do need 22 grams so it bakes correctly. To each bag, I'm doing 5. 1 tablespoon of your favorite cocoa powder. I have this one and then this one. I think I'm gonna use this one just because I have it in there, trying to use it up. 1 tablespoon each. This will give it that like chocolatey flavor. If you use this kind, this one's pretty low in calories, like 10. This has some other stuff in it, so it has a few more calories. That's all right though. It's all about eating something that tastes good, that helps me with my protein needs, because I have a hard time getting all the protein I need every day without a supplement, just because I don't want to eat that much protein. It's really hard for me personally. How many egg whites and cans of tuna can you eat every day, honestly? But I think a protein powder just makes it easier. Okay, next up is a half a teaspoon of baking powder each. This is gonna help it rise in the microwave. Like, it's supposed to be a bit like a brownie, right? Those are all of the dry ingredients. Like, literally, that is it. And I have 5 brownies, like individual brownie servings, pre-done. I can set these to the side in my pantry so I know they're ready to go. And when it's time to make it, I add a 1/4 cup of almond milk, whisk it together. The cocoa powder chunks are not gonna wanna mix, so you're gonna have to mix a little bit. Microwave for 30 to 40 seconds. You're gonna think it's too runny, but it does need to be more pudding consistent. If you go too far, it's gonna get really, really dry and hard to choke down. The way I like to eat it is I like to top mine with fresh strawberries, some whipped cream in a can because it's aerated. There's not too many calories in it. Depending on where I'm at for the day, I like to add some chocolate chips as well. You don't have to add the chocolate chips, but I think it gives it that nice little extra touch. So my little brownie bowls are done. Yay! There is my dinner meal prep. We did the breakfast, we did the snacky dessert brownies, and we did all of this lunch prep for me, Dave, my daughter Haley, some easy to grab healthy food, and I had all that produce in my fridge that is now not gonna go to waste because I have prepped all of it. If you wanna check out any of Mizzen's products for your kitchen, including the nonstick pan, the stainless steel pan, or any of their knives, check out my link down below to save some of that dollar bills. I'll leave you the protein brownie recipe down below. Thanks for hanging out with me today on this lazy meal prep, and see you next time.